We are back with some more relationship drama. You guys loved the last video on relationship drama, and I hate to say it, but I think we all are slightly entertained by relationship drama when it's not ours. You know what I mean? First story. Am I overreacting? My boyfriend is threatening to break up with me over a tattoo. Girl, what is your tattoo? There's a note here. We have a picture of said tattoo. I cannot wait. This story came Christmas Eve, December 24th, 2025. I'm 20 female and my boyfriend is 23 male, and we've been dating for 3 years. So my favorite band in the entire world is a small indie rock band called Alex Sucks. Okay. That sucks for whoever Alex is. I've been a fan since their first song came out, and they've really gotten me through some tough times. Their music is really special to me. 3.5 years ago, right before we started dating, I saw them in concert for the first time, and I got the lead singer, Alex, oh, that's funny, to sign my arm so I could get it tattooed. That's funny. Oh my gosh, if I had a band, Joss Sucks. I don't know if I like that. I was 17 at the time, so it was going to be my 18th birthday present to myself, but 3 years later, I still don't have it done because of money problems. I talked to my mom and she offered to pay for my first tattoo for Christmas. Something small, around $250, so I immediately thought of the signature tattoo. I got really excited and called my boyfriend, who immediately shut it down. He said he would be beyond pissed if I got it done. I asked if he would break up with me and he went silent for a bit, which kind of says it all. I got upset and said, fine, be that way, and I hung up. I understand where he's coming from with it being another man's name on me forever, but I don't see it that way. First of all, it says Alex. Oh, it's the signature. I gotta see the picture. It barely looks like a name, and it's not about it being his name, but just a representation of their band and something so special to me. I wouldn't get it on my arm either. It would be on my thigh above my kneecap, so it would only be seen during the summertime anyways. Am I overreacting? Is this something that anyone else would be upset about? I included a picture. Bless you. Let's go look at it. I'm curious. Sorry. Okay, I mean, that's just scribbles. So, and you got it on your arm. That's not a thigh above a knee, ma'am. But not the point. This is absurd to me. First of all, I'm gonna get whatever I want on my body because guess what? It's my body. So that's where I stand on that. However, it's not like it's like Alex with hearts all over. That doesn't say Alex. Like, what is that? That's scribbles from anyone else. That's so silly. This is so silly, right? Is this silly? Anyways, we have an update. So, did y'all break up? Because that's crazy. The update came 3 days later, December 27th. To answer some questions real quick. Yes, he has been aware of my love for this band ever since we started dating. We have attended 2 of their concerts together. He also knew about my want for this tattoo. He just never expressed dislike of it until I finally had the means to get it. Yes, he has tried to control my appearance in the past. I'm gonna stop you right there. Girl, if you are not broken up by the end of this update, come find me. We need to chat. All right, message me. Telling me he doesn't like it when I do my makeup, he doesn't want me to dye my hair, not allowing me to wear remotely revealing clothes like crop tops, and threatening to leave me in the past if I get certain piercings I want. Now on to the update. I took your guys' advice and I called him and I asked him if we could have a civil conversation. I asked him point blank exactly what his issue is with the tattoo. It's exactly what most of you have guessed. He said it's because it's another man's name and I'd be branded with his name like he owned me forever? I'll never understand that logic. I tried explaining to him how it's very different from that, in my opinion, and I don't see it as his name, but a representation of the band as a whole and a tribute to them. He couldn't understand where I was coming from. Then he said another reason was, and I quote, "You dress like a sleut at his concerts." OC. Ooh. Jail time. I'm going to jail after that. And accused me of trying to get the lead singer's attention, which made me very upset. I told him no, the worst I've worn was a mini skirt that didn't show my butt and a tube top with a bra underneath. So it looked like I had straps. And he was there with me when I wore that. The other 2 times I've seen the band, once with him and once without, I was wearing baggy jeans and a tank top. I tried explaining I am in no way trying to get his attention. I dressed like that because I felt good in my body that day and empowered, and I wasn't trying to show off for anyone but myself and him. He didn't want to hear it. He then said it would be different if it wasn't my first tattoo. I asked why, and he said it's because at least I had something else and not just a man's name as my only branding. I asked if he would still break up with me if it was my second or third tattoo, and again, he remained silent and wouldn't answer me. I am in another state for Christmas, but when I get home, I'm getting the rest of my stuff from his house and I am leaving. I haven't broken up with him yet because I have a lot of valuable things at his house and unfortunately fear retribution. I am fed up with his behavior, and a lot of your comments really opened my eyes and helped encourage me to get the F out. 3 years ain't shite at my age, or any age really. It will hurt for a while, but I know in the long run, it's what I have to do to preserve my peace and be happy with my life. Girl, there's no update, which kind of pisses me off because I got a little feeling maybe you didn't end up breaking up with him, but I'm really hoping you did, because no. He's young and has some insecurities and things to work out within himself, all right? We don't got time for that. Next story. My boyfriend of 7 years cheated on me. I'm going to disappear from his life. As you should. This story came October 20th, 2025. I, 27 female, just found out my boyfriend, 29 male of 7 years, cheated on me. My boyfriend went to our home state to see his family for the weekend. He's been going quite often this year, about once a month, saying it is because his grandparents are old and they miss him. I thought nothing of it until this morning. I got a screenshot from a mutual friend of ours of my boyfriend's location on Snapchat. He was at his parents' house, but a girl's Bitmoji was there as well. If you don't have Snapchat, you don't know what that is. You basically, a Bitmoji is like a little emoji person of yourself. And when you have your location settings on, your little emoticon of yourself will appear on screen wherever, like on a map, exactly where you are. It's bizarre. I would never turn that on, but okay. Not because of my partner, by the way, simply because like, why would I want to leave stalkers and serial killers right to my location, you know? It wasn't his sister or his mom or his parents, who weirdly also have Snapchat. They weren't home either. Oh, so it was just his Bitmoji and hers? Ooh, that's not good. He didn't tell me he was going to be with anyone else today. I tried to call him, but he did not pick up. I looked on Snapchat and his location was now turned off. The mutual friend says my boyfriend has told everyone at home that we had broken up 4 months ago. He said my boyfriend was making him stay quiet about it because he was trying to find the right time to tell me. As far as his parents know, he's moving home once our lease is up. Okay, well, he already had a plan to leave you then. You just didn't know about it. The reason our mutual friend told me was because he walked in on my boyfriend and the girl hooking up with each other this morning. I texted an old friend who lives in my hometown and she immediately asked why my boyfriend was on Tinder. We caught up and she sent me proof of his photos on Tinder and his bio. It hurt to see that photos I took of him were used. He even had covered my face in a photo we took together and said, "This could be you." I swear to God. Oh, I'm so angry, as if it's me. It's not me. It has been me. That's probably why I'm so angry. I had no idea his family thought we were broken up and that he was looking for other people to date. We even went to Italy a month ago to celebrate our 7-year anniversary. That's diabolical. I'm so confused and I don't know what to do. I looked around and everything in our apartment just seems like a lie. The soon-to-be ex texted me just now and he is on a flight back. He'll be back in about 5 hours. Obviously, he can find his own way to the apartment from the airport. I'm shocked and numb, but my best friend is with me, helping me pack up all of my clothes. I'm leaving and I am not leaving a trace of myself behind. Our dog is coming with me and I will be staying at my best friend's place for now. My soon-to-be ex and I already have separate bank accounts and our joint bank account does not have much in it right now. I make more than he does, so he can keep it. I'm good. I'm gonna put that towards therapy that I'm gonna need for your actions. I can't go to the leasing office because it's closed on Sundays, but I sent an email asking for early termination on the lease. We are registered as domestic partners, so I've completed the termination form and will drive it up to the LA County office tomorrow. He is on my health insurance and I've sent the email to HR to kick him off ASAP. No therapy and medication for you. We have several large photo albums together and I'm not sure what to do with those. Keeping them would be too difficult, but I don't want him to have the satisfaction of having our photos. It's clear he uses our memories in a horrible way. Is there anything I'm missing? I can't seem to think of anything and all my thoughts are jumbled. Nothing makes sense, but I know I can't stay. Any help to ghost a person this close to my heart would be appreciated. I feel like you might want a conversation. Do you just ghost and like leave without a trace? Because like my mind would need answers. I would want to know more details for sure. Even though you don't want to know, you also want to know sometime, if that makes sense. We have an update though, and it came one day later. I'm compiling everything I did in this first section. We got some bullet points. Number 1, I logged myself out of our Apple TV and Xbox. I canceled the Wi-Fi that I paid for and returned the modem to the carrier. I took my payment information for utilities off our account. I packed up my sauces, spices, cooking oils, and took note to only leave dried rosemary behind because he hates it. I printed out and framed the screenshot of his Tinder profile and I left it on the kitchen table. I'm too excited. I closed a piece of dog poop into the frame as well. Gross. I'll keep the photo albums. He can have this. I took a video of the entire apartment after packing up my things. I left my keys in the mailbox to the leasing office and emailed the leasing office of my departure with the videos of what the apartment looked like prior to me locking up. I updated my address for everything like the vet, hospital, school, work, my dog's chip. I talked to HR and I am in the process of getting him off my health insurance, changing the benefactor of my life insurance to my parents, and emergency contact. I'm going to the bank to take myself off the joint bank account. Fortunately, I'm not worried about my credit as all of our finances have stayed separate, but I'm grateful to those who told me to freeze my credit. I logged out of all my devices for the streaming services, social media, work, personal, and school email. I blocked him on all social media, chat rooms, and his phone number. I made a doctor's appointment to get STD tested. I always forget that part somehow. Good idea. I'm on my way to an appointment with the county office to terminate our domestic partnership. I can't wait for him to get home. I'm probably more excited than you are, to be honest. It's been an incredibly busy 18 hours, but I've had a lot of help from my friends. I haven't been able to sleep either as far as what happened since he has arrived. Here's what's up. Oh, right. He would have arrived by now. I already blocked him before he landed. I received many texts and calls from his parents and sister that I did not see. Then when I noticed his sister calling, I picked up. At first, the call was hostile. She accused me of being some crazy ex-girlfriend that couldn't let her brother go. Funny, since I just packed up and left. Yeah. Oh, you can't let go. Babe, I let go in every way possible in the last 18 hours. What did you do today? She brought it up that it has been 4 months and that I needed to move on. I told her that her brother never approached me about breaking up and that 1 month ago, we celebrated our 7-year anniversary and started to plan our wedding. I had no indication he even wanted to break up. We reset a bit and she allowed me to tell her my side of the story. I told her that he was somewhat distant this year, but that he blamed it on their grandparents being old and wanting to spend more time at home before they pass. Turns out, their grandparents have been dead for 2 years. Just when you think he can't get worse. Surprise! I never met them because my ex claimed that they were super racist since my grandpa was a Vietnam War vet. I'm Asian. Turns out you can't be racist when you're dead. We ended the call on a positive note with his sister saying that it was a lot to take in. She said she felt bad as the girl he was cheating on me with was one of her friends. She had introduced them to each other sometime last year when my ex was apparently unhappy in our relationship. They hit it off and he was supposed to break it off with me. I guess he never had the balls to do so. She was also confused as to why he was on Tinder as he was in a relationship with her friend. I sent her all the Tinder receipts after hanging up. Duh. He's probably cheating on her too. I mean, he is if he's on Tinder, technically. Later in the night, I received an email from the ex. To sum it up, yes, he asked me to come to the apartment to talk it out. No, he did not apologize for anything. He ended the email with, "I love you." As far as I know, he doesn't know where I am. I also don't believe that he knows where my friend lives, as she just moved and he hasn't been here yet. He also doesn't seem like that type of person, but I guess I didn't really know him after all. We'll keep locks ready and bats near the door. It's been so helpful just writing everything out, but all of your advice and guidance in this situation has made me feel empowered to leave. At times, I just wanted to stop packing and hope that when he came back home, everything would go back to normal and the text would just be a distant memory. Your words of encouragement have helped me follow through and leave. Edit. Sorry I was unclear about the timeline. The parents and sister called me about 2 hours after he landed. I assume it was because he got home and realized the person paying half the rent will no longer be doing so, and then he reached out to his family. The dog poop may have contributed to the heightened emotions. I'm not mad about it. We have another update. I thought it was gonna end there. What a lovely surprise. And this one came 2 weeks later. We are now at November 3rd. 2025. After the dust settled, I lost my steam and I was inconsolable for a while. I'm fine, but emotionally, this breakup has been very difficult. An update on some of the logistics that I listed last time. The lease will be terminated in 15 days. The initial email I sent out was my 30-day notice. I paid a lump sum of 2 months rent plus prorated rent for 2 weeks. I don't know how, but I didn't need my ex's signature or anything to accomplish this, which I thought was weird, but I did not question. I emailed the termination of the lease to my ex. My payment information is no longer on the utilities, but his is. He will be paying for the utilities if he is still there. I was able to get my ex off my health insurance, as US health insurance is currently in the open enrollment period. However, if the timing was worse, like if this happened several months ago, I would have to wait until open enrollment. So guess I got lucky. This information was also emailed to my ex. Though the form for the termination of domestic partnership has been submitted, it will likely take 5 to 6 months for it to be processed and officially terminated, since I didn't have him to sign it. That's fine by me. As of now, I am not positive for any STDs, but I will check again in several weeks as advised by my doctor. The joint bank account was closed. I was not able to take myself off of it without the ex being present, but I was able to close it by myself in the end. I mailed his parents the check of everything in there. It was less than $10. Okay, well, never mind. I guess $10 wasn't going to pay for your therapy after all, but it could pay for some things at Dollarama, which is therapy to me. After emailing the ex about the termination of lease and that he is no longer dependent on my health insurance, I got a reply from him saying I ruined his life. No apology, not that it would have changed anything. I know a lot of people wanted more information about his family and him, but I haven't reached out to them or answered when they reached out to me. I just don't have the heart for it. But my parents did. My dad did get a call from my ex. The ex told him that I kicked him out of the apartment and that he won't have access to his meds anymore due to not being on my insurance, which is true. He created a sob story about his grandparents' death being hard on him and that I wasn't there to support him at the time. Somehow this was an excuse to being unfaithful, but he wanted to work it out with me. Both my parents speak English just fine and said, "Sorry, we do not speak English," and hung up. I love them for that. None of us have heard from him since. I will say I am extremely lucky. I have a job and I'm financially stable. I also started therapy, which I'm also lucky to have access to. I likely won't post again for a while. I mean, best case scenario for you, honestly. Blessing in disguise, girl. It hurts. It sucks. It's awful. I don't wish it upon anyone, truly. I don't know if I mean anyone, but but blessing in disguise. It's only up from here, girlfriend. You got this. Before we get to the next story, we're hydrating. I know, hate me all you want, but you know what? You'll hate me while you're hydrated. So cheers, drink your water. You guys, Matt's a doll and he bought me these orange and pink roses and he couldn't find any of our vases because they're in like a storage box in our storage thing. So he used this giant beer mug. And you know what? I kind of like it. I think it's an aesthetic. Like if you hide the logo, right? No, I like it.
I feel like we should just use these all the time at this point.
Next story. My wife of 15 years cheated with my cousin. She wanted to leave our autistic son for him, but now she wants to rebuild. How do I move forward? I'm gonna have no answer for this, but hey, maybe you will. I'm lost, broken, and I don't feel like a man anymore. I've been with my wife for 15 years, married for 9. We have a 9-year-old son who is autistic. He is my world and everything I do is for him. 9 months ago, my world collapsed. It started in October of 2024. My wife picked a fight with me and insisted that moving to a rural village, I'm saying that weird, village, where my aunt and uncle live for a few months would be better for our son's development. It didn't make much sense to me at the time, but I trusted her and supported the move. While she was there for those 3 months, I became suspicious and checked her WhatsApp. My heart sank. I found out that she'd been in a deep emotional affair with my cousin, which is a brother to me, 25 male, for 2 years behind my back. While she was at the village, he was visiting her bi-weekly and it turned physical. The betrayal was total. She became so emotionally attached to him that she told me she wanted to leave both me and our son to be with him. I tried to reason with her, but she was under his spell. She couldn't even bring herself to block him, even though it was clear he was a player who was texting multiple women. I eventually confronted him and his parents, my uncle. He acted incredibly arrogant at first, but once the family pressure hit, he stopped texting her. Within 6 months, he has married a local girl that he was seeing on the side. Oh my God. So her cheating on you was just completely a waste. He's now moved on and is living happily after destroying my family. Now that he has discarded her, my wife has realized he was cheating on her too. She says she wants to stay, live together, and rebuild our relationship. 3 words. Absolutely not. Here is my struggle. The backup feeling. I feel like she only chose me because he said no. I feel like a safety net, not a husband. Yeah, that's exactly what the situation is. Next, the trauma. She threw 15 years and a good life in the gutter for a piece of trash. She was willing to abandon her special needs son for a fantasy. Next, my son. The only reason I am even considering staying is for my son. Oh man. I'm terrified that if we divorce, he will be all alone in this world without siblings or a stable home. I totally get children add a layer to this, and it's a lot harder to walk away when kids and family aspect is involved. However, how do you stay after that? The confusion. How is it possible to become so obsessed with someone after 2 years of texting and a few months of secret meetings? How could she flush our life away so easily? Am I a loser for staying? Don't I deserve true love? I have no idea how to rebuild trust when I know I wasn't her first choice. P.S. I am from India and cultural and societal blow block on this is unthinkable. There's a lot of layers here. Oh man. Listen, the reality is if your cousin wasn't cheating, she would have left, and she had planned to leave and she wanted to leave and she was out of there. So, I'm not the right person to ask for advice on this one, man. Nope. Let me know your thoughts and feelings on these stories, you guys. I will see ya in the comment section. Stay classy out there. Stay sassy. See you tomorrow.